Hey, this is James Packard with Western Welding Academy. Going to compare a couple of welding hoods for you. We got the old cheapy $30 discount tool store welding hood again. We got fiber metal between 60 and 80 bucks, probably the cheapest professional hood on the market. What I notice about these hoods right away, it's an unfair advantage because I've used these my whole life. These things here have been battle tested and proven. But on the initial inspection here, I don't know, it's a hard plastic. They make hoods out of that same material, but it sounds flimsy, sounds rattly. So the headgear, I noticed, you got to push that knob down to adjust it. Unlocks it when you push on it, and then you can twist, and then it locks it into place. I've seen a lot of headgears go into that, but I've also seen a lot of those fail. There's a lot more moving parts in it. If you get the old original fiber metal, I've probably had this headgear for, I don't know, 5 years, the same headgear. It's got a hard ratchet in there. It just holds together. It's just one of them things that when they build it good, they build it good. I'd be suspicious about that headgear. I'm guessing it'll fall apart after about 3 uses. Auto darkening lens, I keep in mind. Of course, you can change that out. This is a fixed shade. It looks pretty dark. Like I can hardly see that light through it. Kind of an orangish green shade. Probably not very clear, not very crisp. Probably good for what you want to do at home. Just my initial thoughts. So I bet it'll work. It'll get a guy out of a pinch if you need it. So what I did notice, it's got the bigger window in it. I think that's a 4x5 glass in there. You know, I guess I never really used one, never had the need for it. I use a 2x4. It's all you ever need, really. You only need this much to look through. I don't need to see the whole view, but for those of you that need a little extra sight, it might work out good for you. I think it lets a little bit more light in. I like it really dark in the backside of my hood. I don't want a bunch of extra light in there. So I'm not a big fan of the 4x5 lens. Some people are. I don't see them very often though. The clear lenses for this is like 14 bucks. Clear lenses for this, 50 cents a piece. And quite honestly, when you get to a job site, they're gonna have boxes and boxes of this 2x4 clear lens. You probably don't even have to pay for them when you're working. You will when you're at home, but I don't remember the last box I bought. They come in a package of 100, these 2x4s. I don't know, 15 bucks for 100 clear lenses. They last you forever, especially if you're at home doing stuff. But 14 bucks for a clear lens? No, thank you, because that's the first thing that gets scratched. So, good old PW110 fiber metal, super light. Probably, aside from some of the new carbon fiber hoods, probably one of the lightest hoods on the market. Doesn't weigh on your neck too much. Pretty well balanced. You know, you can hang it here and you don't feel it. You sand it up, you don't feel it. It's just probably the best technology out there. This guy here, it's a little bit more heavy. There's a little more weight there, and I promise it doesn't take a few ounces to make your neck pretty tired if you're throwing that around for 10, 12 hours a day. It biting me right here. The way that headgear is pinching the side of my head. The lens is definitely a little farther away from your face on this hood than it is in this hood. I don't know if I got a big nose or what, but every time I flip my hood down, I always got this nose print right in the middle of my clear lens there on the inside. This hood sits pretty close to your face. One thing I know about these hoods, when they're brand new, they're about that much longer on the bottom. For someone like me, when I flip that down, this sucker will hit you right in the Adam's apple. Most people have to trim this bottom off, which is okay. You end up customizing them anyways, but it's just something you got to think about when you go buying a hood. This one I noticed, it don't come anywhere near you here. What would happen with that though, is if you don't have your shirt buttoned up, you're gonna get that nasty little burn right here, that sunburn from welding, because that's not gonna go down far enough, I would imagine. That's what I think about these hoods. Love this guy. Not sure about that one. Got my feelings about it. Don't think I'd like it, but I'll try it. My God, she fared pretty good. No, it didn't.